Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Michael and I am exploring all things stationery. I'm really excited today to talk a little bit about the Traveler's Notebook Stamp Caravan that is currently making its way through America, and this week is here in Brooklyn at Yoseka Stationery. And I'm just super excited that I got to go after work this past Wednesday to kind of experience the stamp caravan. I'll insert a little image here of what the stamps look like when I got there. I just am a Traveler's Notebook convert, or new acolyte into the world of Traveler's Notebooks, and so I was really excited to get to visit, do some stamps, and I thought I would just kind of walk you through some of the different ways that I stamped the stamps, based on some advice that I got from the Traveler's Notebook Reddit community. There was a post about the stamp caravan and how different people experience the caravan, and like different tips and tricks on getting the stamps. So one of the first things that I did is, I went with my standard Traveler's Notebook. I do have the Yoseka insert in my notebook, and this is actually my stationery journal, I guess. It's very meta. I write about the stationery experiences that I have in my stationery notebook, and so I thought it was only fitting that that one get a Traveler's Notebook stamp, and this is the Visit Pass, which I thought was really cute. Actually, I'm going to fill in the date on here, and it was on the 7th of May. I'm just going to write it out. Why not? In 2025. Yeah, so I stamped the front of this notebook. It does kind of bleed through, so if you're going to be stamping inserts that just have the standard insert paper, you want to make sure that you are taking that into account, which is why I didn't stamp this page, because it was going to bleed through into this. I also asked for Yoseka's partner stamp, and I stamped that in as well. This is one of the tips that I went with, which is to bring some Post-it notes. I picked this up myself actually for when I went to the Hobonichi Caravan earlier this year, and I had brought some Post-its to stamp, but also to cover up so that if the stamp was very wet, it was almost like blotter paper, so it wouldn't bleed onto the previous page. And so I have here Yoseka Stationery's official partner stop stamp, and I guess I'm going to go in as well. I'll do this one 05 07 2025, which is the day that I got the stamp when I went this past Wednesday. I got a free sticker. If you purchased a Traveler's Notebook or 3 inserts, you get a sticker, which, spoiler alert, I may have picked up a passport size while there. And I'll explain that in a minute, because I did it to be able to do one of the other tips. And I don't think I stamped this notebook at all. This is my fun restaurants experiences in New York City kind of Traveler's Notebook. And so I don't think I stamped that one. So those are the 2 stamps that I put in my actual inserts. And the reason I didn't do a ton in here is because I'll show you the next tip that I did, that I can figure out where to place some of these stamps later. So those were my inserts and what I stamped in my standard. Then somebody had said on the Reddit board that the dust bag that the notebook comes in is also a great thing to stamp. And one, I forgot my standard dust bag. And then 2, I had wanted to get a passport anyways, so surprise, I purchased my first passport size Traveler's Notebook as well. And I'm going to do a video later kind of unboxing this in a more serious way and what I'm using it for and setting it up for that purpose. But I was able to take the dust bag that it came in and stamp it as well with many of the stamps from the Stamp Caravan. And pro tip is to get a piece of paper. I just took a piece of paper, cut it in half, folded it, and slid it inside so that when you're stamping, the stamp does not bleed through to the back of the bag. And so while there is some kind of bleeding of the ink into the fabric, because it does absorb it, it did not go through to the other side, and this paper kind of took any of the excess ink that might have come through. So this is really cool. I can keep my extra inserts in here and then display them, and it actually becomes something that I can display as opposed to just shoved in a drawer somewhere. I'm even thinking like, some kind of system where I could hang them would be kind of cool. But figure that out later. The other thing that I did was to just use these craft Post-it notes to put a stamp on. This is just the Stamp Caravan, like generic stamp. And then I can stick this in any notebook that I would like to at any point, right? And so in my regular A6 journal, I have now collected my Hobonichi Caravan stamp and my Traveler's Notebook, both kind of here next to each other, which I think is kind of fun. Last but not least, the tip that I got was to bring sticker paper, and then you can stamp the sticker paper, and then you'll have stickers that you can use for the Caravan stamps. So I bought a pack of washi sticker paper. I had it sent to my home last week, and then I took a stack of sheets with me and was able to stamp all of the stamps on this washi paper. I think each twice, hopefully, is what I did. It was kind of a whirlwind in there, which is why I sadly don't have any footage of me filming myself stamping, because it was just, there were other people with me, and I didn't want to, be that guy kind of like taking up a lot of space. But I have a photo that I can insert of me laying out all of the sheets to dry because I didn't want them to like rub off on the back of each other. But I went through, and so that way you can get kind of a view of all of the different stamps, Departed, just the logo, another logo stamp, the Traveler's Hotel stamp, a nice airmail, Traveler's Air stamp. We've got the Stamp Caravan, Traveler's Factory, two of the same one, the World, Traveler's Company, Japan. This one did not come out as nice as this one, but I think it adds character. We've got another Traveler's logo with the globe, Have a Nice Trip with Good Music, Have a Nice Trip, the Traveler's Town stamp, another Have a Nice Trip, Fly with Travelers Airlines, and then Keep on Traveling in Your Mind with Traveler's Notebook. And I think I actually stamped this on the insert that's inside the passport as well. So yeah, I have these washi sticker sheets where I can now cut them out and use them as stickers in my Traveler's Notebook, wherever I would like them to go, whether it be on the covers or on the inside pages, and I don't have to worry about the bleeding. So that's kind of like what I did at the Stamp Caravan to kind of collect the stamps and have them for myself. And now I just thought it would be fun to kind of have you join me as I kind of cut all of these up. I might speed up this part of the video, so if that's something that interests you to watch, you can kind of enjoy the music as I slice these puppies up. So to do that, I will be using my paper slicer here that I have, and then I also have my cutting mat out and my X-Acto knife for some of the more circular ones. And I think my plan for the more circular stamps is to use this candle holder to kind of draw a circle around these smaller stamps that I can then X-Acto. And for this one Stamp Caravan, this is the only one I'm a little nervous about because it is a perfect fit to give a very tiny lip, and I'll draw around that. So yeah, let's get started. I don't know if you can tell that this was my first time trying to cut something circular with an X-Acto knife, but not exactly perfect. But I feel like with some scissors, I'm going to be able to just trim this up, take off some of the more unintentionally jagged edges that I created, and clean it up a little bit. But now I have these 4 circle stamps, and then I can use my slicer for the others. And that is a wrap on cutting out these stickers. So I have now all of these washi stickers of the Caravan stamps that I can now place in my notebook inserts where I would like without any bleeding, and that's really exciting. And just to kind of show the sticker action, which I am always so terrible at this. You can kind of see how this peels, and it is a washi sticker that I am going to be able to stick somewhere. But that is a big decision for a later day. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you have the opportunity to visit a Stamp Caravan, or if you have, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Or if you've been to Japan and have got to use these at the Traveler's Notebook stores in Japan, I'd also love to know about that. Thank you so much, and I hope that you have a great day. Until then, keep writing and keep exploring the possibilities of that empty page, and I'll see you later.